to start it. We are up by Vanderbilt, Michigan.
At Pickerel Lake.
Pickerel Lake State Forest Campground with a whole group of friends. So I don't know how much video I'll get. Hopefully I'll get enough. It's kind of cold out. This behemoth is our cold weather sleeping bag that we've never used. I don't even know what the temperature is. It's just chilly fall night. So we drove up today. We've been sitting around a campfire. Pretty much got set up and set the tent up, set up around the campfire for a while with our friends and visited. Tomorrow we're going to get up and run some trails.
Eat breakfast.
Eat breakfast and coffee. But the reason we're up in the Vanderbilt area, this is our annual elk run. There's an elk herd in this northern part of lower Michigan. So we go out and run the trails in the Jeeps, and then in the evening we'll go out to the viewing area and try to see the elk. They'll be too far away to get on video with the GoPro, but we'll get some trail footage, hopefully some footage here at camp. And I don't know if we'll get footage of this, but we're going to try to get this sleeping bag out of its duffel and spread out in here, give it a first try. So this ought to be interesting.
Yeah, I can't get it out of the bag. We can't actually undo it.
These are just to tighten it up.
You can't get it out though.
You gotta, there's usually a buckle.
There's no buckle. There's no buckle. These go across.
That light's blinding when you try to look at this.
Well, I thought maybe you had to just undo one of them. There's no buckle. Easier said than done.
Yeah, right?
It's just to get it back in there.
Yeah, how are we ever going to get this back into this bag? I don't know. I think we need to stand back up, keep peeling this down, though.
Is that Manning?
Yeah. Holy crap. This is never going back into this bag.
You too.
Gonna slip and we'll punch you. Alright. There's no way this is going back in that bag.
No.
How are we getting this sleeping bag home? We ordered this last year.
Right before the Jeep
before the Jeep got totaled. And we never got to use it. I can't even remember what model it is. It's a TETON.
TETON Sports.
TETON Sports. I believe it's a 0 degree or 5 degree bag. 0 degree, says right there. So this will be our first time
attempting to sleep together.
Sleeping in this, or for me, maybe you too, any kind of cold weather bag. We've always summer camped in regular Coleman bags.
Right.
We'll see.
You get to snuggle.
Alright, you don't want to, or you might want to, you freaks, but you're not going to get to see us undressed, so we'll check in later. Alright, I'm going to try to get some more video outside here at camp, but if you can see by the windows, we had rain this morning, so we got up, made breakfast, had to pop the awning open so we could all crowd under that, and two groups of us under two different awnings stand out of the rain, but we're going to go run some trails, and it's a little early for look for the elk, but yeah, we're all grouping up now. Everybody's getting in their vehicles, gonna run some trails and see what we can find, and try to get some video out there. And I'll show you our camp setup a little bit later when we get back. Hopefully it won't be raining and the weather will break a little bit. So
get a little warmer.
Yeah. Oh, the 0 temp bag, that worked nice. That thing's so thick and cushiony. It actually, I think, made our bed even softer. When we first got in the tent, it was pretty chilly last night, so it took a little bit of time for our body heat to warm things up. But I went to sleep with my hoodie on because I was cold, and I do not like to be cold. But at 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, I had to peel my hoodie off, unzip the sleeping bag some, and to just get some cool air in because I was getting sweaty in that bag. But Lisa wasn't quite as warm as I was. But did you stay comfortably warm or?
Comfortable.
Comfortable.
My nose kept getting cold.
Yeah, I had my head partway in the bag, but yeah, that sling bag works great. So looks like people are starting to move the rigs, so we're gonna get going. Alright, we stopped to stretch our legs here at the river. This is the Pigeon River in the Pigeon River State Game Area. We've camped here before. They filled it in with a bunch of dirt mounds and stuff. Filled in our favorite camp spot. Oh, I'll show you. Let me walk over here. This was our favorite camping spot up in this area right here. But they filled it all in with clumps of dirt and grass. I don't know why. I guess that's no longer. It was actually an official campsite marked with a post. Across the river is the Pigeon River Campground. So it was associated with that. So I don't really know why they filled that in, because say it was a really cool spot right on the edge of the water, but so that one's gone. Don't know if we'll be able to get them on camera, but we got a herd of elk we think they're about to cross the road up here. On July 26, 1919, Ernest Hemingway, recovering from being wounded while a Red Cross ambulance driver on the Italian front during World War I, said of Michigan's Pine Barrens east of Vanderbilt, "That Barrens country is the greatest I've ever been in." 100 years later, we call that place where Hemingway loved to fish and camp Pigeon River country. Elk disappeared from Michigan in the late 19th century due to unrestricted hunting and loss of their habitat. In 1918, 7 Rocky Mountain elk were brought to the area that would soon be the Pigeon River Forest. The herd grew steadily, but poaching and diminished habitat quality reduced its numbers from 1,500 in the early 1960s to 200 in the mid-1970s. Since then, careful management of the open areas and forests that the herd needs to thrive has helped it grow to more than 1,100 animals. Tonight, baby.
Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, cheesesteak. Peppers, jalapeno.
So I was surprised to see Jack
Chopping up jalapenos, not fingers, right? Huh?
Trying not to. No guarantees.
He's electronic and guns to keep it in.
I need a little more oil.
Jack and me need hundreds of acres.
Oh yeah, right. Roll that great.
Roll that great bean footage. Alright, so as you've seen from the clips I put in, thanks to my friend Colt for getting those. I didn't get any good shots, but we saw some nice elk. We saw the one bull with his herd crossing the street or the road, and then later on we saw that big bull out in the field. So this year we got lucky, got to see some. By the time we got back to camp, it was dark out, so we just enjoyed some time around the fire with our friends. We already had breakfast this morning, just some of the leftovers from last night heated up with some eggs and bacon on the disc cooker. That was awesome. And I'm not sure what today holds. We're kind of slowly packing things up, and I don't know, we may go for another trail ride today before we pack everything up and go home, but stick around and find out. Out here in the Pigeon River State Forest, there's a bunch of small state forest campgrounds like this. Picnic table, fire pit, there's a hand well pump for water, and pit toilet. Other than that, you're just out here in the woods. And this one's called Round Lake State Campground. And just a nice peaceful little lake back here on the edge. As you can see, the camp spots are all right along the water, kind of right around the lake here, but just a nice peaceful forest campground. All right. So we had a great weekend with friends. Aside of getting rained on a little bit, but we got to run some trails. We saw some elk. We saw some deer. Had a great time around the campfire with friends. It's a nice little campground. Um, yeah, ran some trails through the beautiful northern part of Lower Peninsula, and now we're all packed up and getting ready to head home. So we're gonna call this one a wrap. So remember, we adventured our level, so get out there and adventure your level. Thanks for watching.